it's Nicole. Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I have the newest release from Holo Taco. Today's video is for the new Bon Voyage collection, which is Holo Taco's 6th anniversary release. For the Bon Voyage collection, it does have a nifty little collection box, and it does have a handle. The Bon Voyage collection features 5 nail polishes plus 1 topper, which is also a nail polish. I don't know why I worded it that way. And we also have some really nifty stickers. The Bon Voyage collection is available right now on the Holo Taco website, and unfortunately, it is going to be limited edition.
Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
All of the products featured in today's video were gifted to me by Holo Taco. This video is, however, not sponsored. Thank you very much to the Holo Taco team for sending these over to me. So, as always, in the description box, I will have links where you can pick these up, the brand's social media pages, my social media pages, and also timestamps, of course, because I know some of y'all don't like the yapping.
That's suspicious.
So I'll save all of my yapping for, the end of the video. Let's get into this one. I do also want to show some close-ups of the collection box. So here is the front, and you can see there's little gold accents at all the corners. This seems to be part of the box and not like added on after the fact. And then here is the back with all of the polished names. And this one, usually Holo Taco boxes flip open this way. This one opens up from the side, and it slides out like so. And we have this beautiful inside, and as you can see, the collection boxes are also limited in this beautiful gold shade. And here's a close-up of the polished boxes themselves. First up, we have Magnetic Taco. Holo Taco describes this one as a silver magnetic topper in a clear base. Magnetic Taco had a fantastic formula. Because Magnetic Taco is, a topper, I'm going to be showing this one over black because you can best see everything over black. However, because this is in a clear base, you can really wear this over whatever color you want. I was pleasantly surprised to find that this doesn't leave a really strong gray or silvered outlook when you pair it with other colors. I found Magnetic Taco magnetized super easily. For this video, I showed it with the cat eye effect using a bar magnet, and then I used a horseshoe magnet for the velvet effect. Because this is in a clear base, I was kind of curious to see how this would look built up on its own, so I'll be showing it built up in 2 coats on its own, as well as in 3 coats on its own. I was honestly really surprised by how well this one built up on its own. When you build this one up in 3 coats, it basically just looks like a silver polish on the nail. This is the polish in this release that I most wish that it wasn't a limited edition polish, largely because I feel like having a magnetic topper is such a staple in a nail polish collection. I just feel like this polish feels very basic in comparison to the rest of the collection, so I really wish this wasn't limited edition. This topper is not going to dry down textured, and it's not going to make your polish removal any more difficult, just slightly more messy. And you will of course want top coat on top of this. This isn't a top coat, it's a topper. And now we have Icon on board. Holo Taco describes this one as a hot pink semi-translucent buildable Crelly formula. Icon on board had a shockingly good formula. I expected this to need 3 coats to reach even coverage, but I really ended up liking coverage in only 2 coats. Since this is a Crelly formula, it is intentionally sheer, but not as sheer as, say, a jelly polish. I found this self-leveled so beautifully. I had a little hint of nail line towards the tip of my nail, but I really like how this looks. Has that very squishy kind of vibe from the Crelliness. And yes, if you were wondering, this is neon pink.
Yeah, boy!
Because this is in a neon base, it is going to dry down pretty flat. So you will definitely want a glossy top coat to bring some life back to the polish. And what you're seeing here on the screen now is Icon on board paired with 1 coat of Magnetic Taco. Next up, we have Precious Cargo, which Holo Taco describes as a bronze linear holographic multi-chrome polish with a red gold green color shift. Precious Cargo had a phenomenal formula. If you haven't tried Holo Taco's linear holo formula, they are some of my favorite. With a linear holographic, you get all of the razzle dazzle and holographic goodness of a glitter, but in a completely smooth and easy to remove formula. This was a little bit more sheer than I was expecting it to be on the first coat, but I did find I was able to reach full opacity in only 2 coats. The linear holographic in here is super duper strong, and I found that the multi-chrome pigment in here has a pink, orange, gold to green color shift. This one is super duper color shifty. As is typical with linear holographics, I did find this one dries down very dull, so you'll definitely want a glossy top coat to bring life back to the polish. And paired with Magnetic Taco, like, this is just screaming indie nail polish to me. This next polish is called Sky Lounge, and the brand describes it as a cobalt blue metallic polish with a smooth, shiny micro flake. Sky Lounge had a really nice formula. I am not 100% sure if Holo Taco has done a formulation like this one before, but I did find this one applied very easily. I did notice, however, that if you overwork it, you will cause some bald spots. And even though I accidentally did cause some bald spots on that first coat, I found that this built up perfectly for me in 2 coats. The microflakes look like they would dry down a little bit textured, but other than drying down a little bit flat, I didn't notice any real texture from the flakes. I'm not 100% sure what color flakes they are. At some angles, I thought that they were blue, then other angles, I thought they were more like a teal. And here is Sky Lounge paired with 1 coat of Magnetic Taco. I noticed when I did this swatch that I had like a little dot of a silver holographic micro glitter on my nail. I have no idea where that came from. I didn't record live swatching Magnetic Taco over Sky Lounge, so I don't know if it was in the polish itself or if it's just like a random glitter that was hanging out my nail room and ended up on my nail. I thought to make note of it because I thought it was pretty obvious that it's there. Removal for Sky Lounge is going to be super duper easy, just a bit messy due to the microflakes. Next up is Unicorn number 1. The brand describes this one as a bright, warm, red-orange shimmer in a royal purple translucent jelly base. Unicorn number 1 had a fantastic formula. I was honestly really shocked on that first coat how much this looked like unicorn pea. I feel very confident in saying that I don't believe that this actually is the unicorn pea pigment. I think this is a modern shimmer that kind of mimics the look of unicorn pea, but it's a lot more in your face than unicorn pea generally is. And if you have no idea why I'm talking about unicorn urine, unicorn pea is a discontinued pigment that many years ago in the nail polish space, we were all going absolutely bananas over it. There is a ton of lore behind unicorn pea. I'm gonna link a blog post in the description box in case anyone wants to read up on it. I opted to swatch unicorn number 1 in 3 coats. I did not find that I was able to get even coverage in 2, plus I honestly wanted to build up that jelly base as well as the shimmer with the 3rd coat. I did have a little bit of visible nail line with this shade. You can very clearly see the tip of my nail in the swatch, but the sheerness in the jelly base for this polish really helps the shimmer really glow. It's really uncanny to me just how similar the color is of this polish to like the classic unicorn pea polishes. Nothing in here is going to dry down textured. Removal is going to be super duper easy, just slightly messy due to the shimmer particles. Last but certainly not least, we have Wanderlust. Holo Taco describes this one as a cornflower blue purple crystal jelly with a green gold orange iridescent shimmer. Wanderlust was absolutely amazing. I was flabbergasted at how beautiful this polish is. My memory is not the best, but I have no recollection of Holo Taco releasing anything called a crystal jelly before. But if they haven't already, Holo Taco, y'all need to release this in more colors because this looks absolutely amazing. The shimmer looks like it has a texture to it, but it doesn't feel textured in any way, and I just absolutely love the dimension that the texture gives. I wasn't seeing very much of the orange color shift that the brand describes, but I was definitely seeing teals, greens, blues, golds. It is absolutely stunning. And here it is paired with Magnetic Taco, and talk about a winning frickin' combination. I opted to build up Wanderlust in 2 coats. I had just like a teeny hint of visible nail line, but not enough to get me to wear a 3rd coat. Removal is not going to be the most difficult thing ever. I probably would still recommend the soak off method just because scrubbing this off is going to be very messy, but you could scrub it off if you wanted. As what often happens when Holo Taco does a limited edition release, I always hate that it's limited edition because I feel like this would be really cool to keep in the Holo Taco lineup. But overall, I thought this was a really fun collection. It was really, really pretty. I do find it weird that we finally get a magnetic topper from the brand and it's going to be limited edition. I really hope that they can one day either bring that polish back or release other magnetic toppers, or a gold one. A gold one would be really good. I know generally for Holo Taco, when they have like limited edition polishes, because they can only source like so many of the ingredients, but I gotta say it's really a bummer that for these are all going to be limited edition. I feel like that's really my only complaint. As far as my personal top picks go, shockingly, Wanderlust is going to be my top pick from this release. I fully expected Sky Lounge to be my top pick because Cobalt Blues just do something to my brain, like it gets scrambled, and I love Cobalt Blues, but when I was swatching Wanderlust, like, I really had it, oh,
no more saying cuss words
moment when I saw, like, just, like, the first stroke of that. I was like, okay, y'all did something there. I really, really like that shade a lot. I'll call Sky Lounge my second top pick from this release because like it's cobalt blue. I can't not with the cobalt blue. And then Unicorn number 1 is gonna be my other top pick just because I really like the Unicorn P vibes. As far as pricing and sale availability goes, the Bon Voyage collection is available right now on the Holo Taco website. In case you missed the memo, last week Holo Taco did announce that starting on July 31st, they are going to be raising their prices for all of their polishes on the website. The current pricing at the time of recording, all of these should be priced somewhere between $13 and $15 per bottle, depending on the finish. However, after the price increase goes into effect, these should be priced between $14 and $16.50, depending on the finish. I'll put the pricing thing on one of these sides. I'd love to know what everyone else thought of this release. Are you planning on picking it up? Have you already picked it up? Also, what is everyone's favorite Holo Taco anniversary collection? I feel like if we're gonna go based off of which collection I've used the most, it probably would be the first anniversary collection. I feel like I've used the toppers from that release multiple times. Before we end today's video, I do want to give a very special shout out to my channel members, Shenanigans, Story Fans, your names of course all on the screen right now. If you would like to sign up for my channel memberships, there is a link for that in the description box, or you can just click join next to the subscribe button. So just thank you all for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!
When I get high, I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah.